It's almost November, and that means invitations to holiday parties and events will soon be sent out, but the variety of occasions will no doubt call for different etiquette and how to act and what to wear. We have an image consultant on the show today. Her name is Kimberly Law. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me here.
Now, you have lots of tips that that people should follow, and they're good tips because there's so many different ways to act when going to a business or work party versus a buddy party that your friends are organizing. So maybe we should take a look, first of all, at some tips that you have for people going to business parties this year.
Okay. Well, the main difference between business parties and social parties is that no matter how festive the occasion, business parties are still about business. So
right.
There are some special,
always.
Yes, they're a bit more formal, and you have to take business etiquette into consideration to a certain point.
Okay.
So the first thing to remember is don't do or say anything that you may regret the next morning.
Right. That leaves room for a lot of interpretation.
It does. But it's better to be on the safe side.
Absolutely. It's
Definitely.
a good rule of thumb.
Okay. And the second thing would be to make sure that you do attend the party.
How important is that?
It's quite important because some employers may consider it disrespectful if you don't go to the party, so it can be very, very important.
It's usually the company that's paying the bill, so they want you to show up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next tip?
The next tip would be moderation is the key to eating and drinking. Over-drinking at a company party can be a career killer, so if you do drink alcohol, it's best to pace yourself.
Okay. Don't over-drink.
And introduce your significant other to people that you're talking to, and make sure that you include them in conversations as well.
Okay.
Also, if you're talking with a group, it's best to introduce or talk to other people as they approach the group as well.
Right, and join them, make them feel comfortable.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. That was my next point. Should you talk about work or not?
It's okay to, I'm sure work-related topics will come up,
right.
But it's best not to make them the conversation topic of the evening. So my suggestion would be that you might consider talking about other things like current events, books that you've read, or even just getting to know each other a little bit better.
Outside of work, that's a good idea.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't criticize or complain. Now that's a big one. Don't criticize the food, the venue, or anything else because it may not have turned out the way that you would have liked, but if you don't have anything nice to say, the old rule stands. Don't say anything at all.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, goes back to the point that your boss is probably paying for it. So if you criticize, it's a criticism on your boss.
Definitely.
Okay.
Okay. Don't gossip because, again, it will usually come back to haunt you.
Always does.
And avoid office hanky-panky or other public shows of affection. And I think that's for obvious reasons.
Absolutely.
It can be considered sexual harassment as well, so something to take into consideration.
Okay. We only have 20 seconds left. We wanted to talk about what to wear at a formal event, but I don't think we have time. So just give us one quick rule. If we're going out, it's somewhat of a business party or occasion, what are you safe wearing for men and women? For men and women, I would suggest for men it's always good to just dress up a notch from what you would normally wear during the day. Okay. And for women, I would say just avoid anything that's a little bit too revealing, a little bit too short, or a little bit too tight. Perfect. Thank you so much, Kimberly. Well, thank you for having me. All right, thank you again.